Hi everyone, and welcome to a little treat, because it's rare that I do these videos anymore, because it's rare that I find anything at Car Boot. So this is the Car Boot collectible haul for the 22nd of May 2022. I've been to two Car Boots this morning, one in Fradley and one in Moira. The Fradley one was the first one that I went to, Moira was the second one, but I'm going to show you the stuff from Moira first because of the order that they're now in this big hefty bag. So, right. So the first thing I picked up from Moira was a pile of Xbox One games, which nothing usually to write home about, but they were only £2 each, which is amazing for Xbox One games. So I bought everything off the store that was selling them, which includes one of my all-time favourite games, which is Skyrim, and I've got it digitally, but for £2 I may as well have it and own the physical copy. A couple of Call of Duties, Sleeping Dogs and Mafia 3, so yeah, decent pile. But again, that's neither here nor there, that's just something I got from there. The really cool stuff that I got from Moira, and it is cool, stuff that it's just going to go on a shelf. I got the classic WWF title belt from, it's the Mattel version, so it's fabric straps and stuff. I know it's like kid size, but these ones, they come quite big. As you can see, there doesn't actually look like that much of a difference in size from this and the proper thing, which is awesome. So they're always great to see. And £2, just again one of those things that there's no way I wasn't getting it. The other thing I picked up was the World Heavyweight title, which, as you can see by comparison, is a lot smaller than the WWF title, but still, yeah, that's another one for my son's belt collection. I say my son's. This one was for my son's. The other one was for mine. So yeah, but again, £2. Can't fault that. That was all I got from Moira. Which, you know, it's still really good. I spent 14 quid and got 5 games and 2 belts. But the main thing that I did really well on, which you'll have seen on the video, is Fradley. So, you know, like the intro for this, where I'm wandering around the Fradley car boot, I did briefly dwell on the bag, and you'd have seen some of the cool stuff that was in there. First thing that I'm going to point out is this, which is the Mysterio from Far From Home Funko Pop of that. That's going to go on the wall behind me. And as I'm sure you've seen since the last time I did one of these, it's gotten huge. And from the same stall, basically, I got one stall. I went to one stall and I spent a small fortune there. And the reason I spent a small fortune there was that they had shitloads of comics and all sorts of manner of cool stuff. So, firstly, I got Amazing Spider-Man Coming Home. That's nothing particularly to write home about. I've got it in 3 different formats, but I've got a load of those graphic novel collections, and for saying that was the first one that came out in the graphic novel collection, that's the only one that I haven't actually got. So yeah, so I picked that up for myself. I got a pile of Marvel Chiller pocketbooks, and as you can see, that is issue 1 of them there in my hand. It's also got some cool stuff like Bride of Dracula. There's a old Man-Thing there, which is awesome to see. Another one with Man-Thing on there, and then the really cool one, which is featuring a character whose name hilariously is Jack Russell, who is the Werewolf by Night. If you don't know, one of the latest things that's going to be coming out from Marvel in October is on Disney Plus. They're doing a Marvel Halloween special, which focuses on Werewolf by Night. So nothing else has been revealed about that special soon, but I'm assuming that at some point that's going to become really collectible, as with any of the stuff with old Jack Russell in. Now, the other thing I got was this pile of, as you can see, vintage comics. And when I say vintage, I mean it's 60s to mid 70s at the most. So yeah, there's some really awesome stuff. Oh, and I got a couple of 90s in there. So this is from, wow, this is from 1979, Vault of Horror, which is cool. I got a 1975 issue of Morbius, the Living Vampire, from Marvel Comics. Another one from this. Wait, in fact, I'm just not going to say the years because there's so much to get through. Got Crypt of Shadows from that's issue 21. That will also be mid 70s, and you can tell that the mid 70s because, as I say, I checked the date on this one, and it's 9p and 75p and 1975. Sorry for the year. So the other Marvel ones at 9p, I'm assuming, are going to be 75 as well. So yeah, Crypt of Shadows number 21, The Living Mummy number 13, which is pretty awesome. Then some DC ones as well. In fact, should probably put these in order. So let me just grab those. Oh, look at you! I haven't even properly looked at these before. So some of these are fantastic. I showed you the Vault of Horror one at the beginning, which there's also a few more of those, like the Haunt of Fear. Whoop. Which there's a couple of those. Haunt of Fear, and another Vault of Horror, and obviously that's Tales from the Crypt on that as well. And then, yeah, in the Marvel stuff, one that's got to be older than 1975 is A Tomb of Dracula, which is down as being 8p, so that's got to be a decent old one. The Frankenstein Monster Runs Amok, so, which is number 13 for another one. That's also down as 8p, so again, it's got to be pre-75. This one's got to be a bit newer, but it's still very old. And this is Marvel's Chamber of Chills, which is awesome to see. And there's two random new Marvel ones in here. One being Morbius issue 2 from the 90s, which, well, from 91. Is it 91? 92, sorry. Which I've got Morbius issue 1 already, so that's a decent one to have. And then from 1992, The Savage Return of Dracula, where Marvel were attempting to redo the horror stuff. This stuff that I'm about to show you is amazing, and when I say amazing, I've priced one of these up and it is truly awesome. Firstly, I've got DC's Unexpected, and that is issue 204, and it's from 1980. But then I've got a load of House of Mystery comics. Now this one that I've got here, the cover art was by Neil Adams, and when I had a look online, they're fetching around about 50 quid. This is from 1969 as well. Obviously there's ones in better condition than this online, but yeah, it's a beauty. And then I've got another House of Mystery here, which you can tell is newer because it's got the newer DC logo. But it's still only from 1981, which is cool. I got another old one there, which is from 1975. Again, like, it's pretty cool because we've got three different eras of DC logos on here. So that's pretty cool. So if I hold them all up there, you can see DC through the decades there. And then another House of Mystery there, which, because it's that one, I'm assuming it's going to be 80s. And yeah, 1981. And rather awesomely, they've got the back advert is for what essentially looks like Lego Technic, but before Lego Technic existed. So it's like an advert for Lego Builders series, which, as you can see, is very much like the Lego Technic stuff. Because one of the cool things about comics that I always love seeing, as well as the stories and art and everything, is the vintage adverts, because some of them are brilliant. But yeah, so that's everything that I found today. It's rare that I get these sorts of finds, which is why my videos aren't that regular. I do actually go car boot hunting virtually every weekend. I've been to 3 this weekend. I went to Ripley yesterday and I didn't find anything that was worth putting on the video, otherwise it would be on the video. So yeah, so I will more than likely be on one of these again when I find something cool. But yeah, that was my haul for today, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Cheers.